Everybody, Jessica here. I'm back. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I'm here to do to catch up really on the junk journal July. Had a couple of hectic days and didn't get to do anything. So I need to do gratitude, details, torn and tucked away in order to get all cut up. And my challenge is I'm going to wrap these all up into one thing today. So let's put this away and I will tell you my cunning plan. I'm going to do it on this page here. And let's see, this is going to get tucked away in here. And here's what I have. I have a piece of book page that's been gessoed. It's all dry. It was gessoed quite a while ago. And I have a stencil. I have some tumbled glass. I have some stickers for backgrounds. And I have some bubble paper that's torn and offcuts. And that's going to be my torn and tucked away gratitude list. So the first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to work on making this an interesting background. And since this is going to be going on a bubble page, I thought I would add some stenciled bubbles to it. And I chose tumbled glass distressed oxide for this. And I'm going to use oh look, I have an unused, brand new, never been used makeup thingamajiggy. And I'm just going to stencil on some bubbles. And what I want to make out of this book page is slot pockets, which I've done plenty of times before. It's nothing new. And I'm sure you've all seen other people do it as well. But I just thought that that would be a good place to tuck little strips of paper that have gratitude, little lists, a little individual listings of gratitude. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Okay. So, just gonna wipe this off here. And then I'd also think I'm going to give it a little bit of a spray to activate, whoops, the oxide-ness of it. And I will give everything a wipe here. I haven't had my glass mat out in a while, but I'm afraid I've done some damage to my cutting mat underneath. I need a piece of scrap here. What is this? That's a piece of freebie. What's this over here? Here's a piece of paper. Just a piece of paper to wipe off this on. There we go. And put that to the side, wipe that down. All right, so what else do we want to add? We've got a tumbled glass bubble, and I want to add some more background to it. It's kind of damp now, so I think I'm going to give it a hit with the heat gun. So I'll give you the thumbs up when I'm done heating if you want to fast forward. Okay, so now I'm going to, I think I want to hit it with this background stamp. This is think it's a Tim Holtz. Oh, here it says Stampendous. It's a Stampendous background stamp. And I think I'm going to go with something a little darker. I think I'm going to go with some frayed burlap for some contrast. It's not sticking really well to the acrylic block. I can feel that. I'm going to go down here. That was a little, yeah, I wanted it to be a little more, yeah, light. There we go. That's all right. Okay, so I've got some background stamping on there. And then I also have grabbed some kind of nature-y stamps. I've got some leaves that have some sayings. And then I have this envelope that has all different kinds of things in it. Put this away. I'm not going to use my elephants. I've got some big bugs. I was thinking some smaller ones. This has some nice little sayings on it too. So these say, nature finds. Nature is not a place to visit, it is home. Field notes. I have no idea where this came from. I need some other, and I've got some moths here. Collections of specimens. Let's see. I think I'm gonna choose some moths. And what do I want to stamp them with? I think I'm going to do, should I do the moths? Let's go for some color. Nah, nope. Change my mind. Let's go for, how about wild honey? That's pretty, let's see, what does wild honey look like? Wild honey, oh, I'll audition some colors. That's wild honey. Then we also have rusty hinge. That's very dark. What about, so those are the inks. What if I used oxides? What would the oxides look like? I have, of course, you know what, they're going to be at the bottom of the pile over here, aren't they? Here we go. Wild honey in an oxide. Ooh, that's very yellow. And then rusty hinge in an oxide. Yeah, I think I like the rusty hinge in the oxide. Okay, so rusty hinge. Ah, yikes! Oh, bummer. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. We can fix it, or we can just ignore it too. Can I wipe that up? Nope, that was a mistake. All right. It's all right. Let's do another different moth shape. Let's do this one. Over here somewhere. And then we'll do some other things besides moths, I think. Let's use some peeled paint. And with the peeled paint, we'll grab some of these flowery things. I need a larger block. Will that fit? Nope, that's not quite big enough either. Here's my big one. Let's do this one. And it has some writing on it, so we'll add to to the layers. And I'm going to do that right here on this side. Like this. Ooh, I like that. Okay, let's do another one from this collection. Again, I don't know what this is or where it came from. I think it's just an Amazon purchase. Oh, wow, I am just all butterfingers today. So let me tell you about what happened. So on Wednesdays, every Wednesday, just about every Wednesday, I go horseback riding. And at the barn where I ride, there's the barn part where the horses are in their little stalls. And then there's also the big arena where you actually ride. And it's an indoor arena. It has it's like a big cavernous space. So after my ride on Wednesday, I had untacked my horse and washed him down because it was super hot. And then I was out, you know, just having a nice little relaxing time with him outside the barn, letting him graze a little, eat some fresh grass, communing. You know, it's just like some time you can kind of hang out together, which is very lovely. And out came the barn manager saying, "Jessica." I'm like, "Oh no, what did I do wrong?" And it turns out in her hand, she had a teeny tiny baby sparrow that had fallen from a nest at the very, very tippy top of the rafters of the arena. So there was no chance of reuniting this poor little baby sparrow with its family. There was no way we could get back up to the nest. I'm going to try these guys. And so she was like, "Can you take it?" And I was like, "Me? Why me?" I don't know. They thought anyway. So I was like, all right, nobody else wanted to take care of it. They all work really hard at the barn. I'm kind of on vacation because I'm a teacher. So I was like, all right. So I brought the baby bird home in a cardboard box. Then we put some hay inside the cardboard box. And I feel like it needs something down the center here. And maybe I'll just do some more leaves. And I stayed up all night with this baby bird. I've never tried to keep a baby bird alive before like that. We didn't know what we were doing. And so we looked it up, and the information on the internet said to get baby kitten food and feed it baby kitten food. Of course, in the end, it turned out not to be the right thing, but it's okay. She made it. The baby bird was okay in the end. I think I'm gonna stop there for now. And what did I do? Oh, here it is. Yeah, the baby bird made it. And the next day, so Thursday, we found a rehabber who wasn't too far away, just like a 20-minute, half-hour drive. So we took said baby bird over to the rehabber. I'm just going to add this little bee. These little bee. And I'm going to use the, where's the wild honey? It's kind of yellow, which is appropriate for the bee. So, and the rehabber said that what you really need to do for baby birds. So this is what I learned. Next time I have to try and keep a baby bird alive, or if you have to keep a baby bird alive, you put it in a box, and you need a lot of nest material, like a lot of paper towel. And because their little legs want to splay out, they don't have the muscles to keep them under them. And if you let them splay out for too long, then she has to do little orthopedic treatments on the teeny tiny little baby bird to keep their little legs underneath them. So it was okay. I hadn't screwed that up. But to feed them, what you're supposed to do is get berries, because apparently they have a very high blood sugar requirement. So you feed them, get like frozen She says she uses Weiler's berries, and you cut them into little chunks and you just drop them into their mouths, and that keeps their blood sugar up. So as of yesterday, no, Thursday, when we left the baby bird, she seemed to be in really good condition and she was very hopeful. And I haven't heard back yet. I haven't heard any updates on the baby bird. And I think you have to give it another donation in order to get updates. Which I gave her. I gave her some cash because this is what she does. This is her, she's a volunteer. This is her passion. But she was doing me a huge favor because I certainly didn't want to. I'm too old. I am too old to be staying up it's taken me 2 days to recover from staying up all night. Yesterday was Friday, and we had planned to go visit my mother-in-law who lives about an hour away. And so I drove there and I was fine, but then we were out taking her out and doing errands with her, and I couldn't stay awake. I had to make had my husband drive around, and they went in and did some errands in Home Depot, and I had to stay in the car and take a little cat nap in the car because I was overwhelmed with fatigue. Like, I'm too old to stay up all night. I can't do it. So I'm very grateful to this lovely, good-hearted woman who takes in everybody's lost baby birds. So that was my adventure. Okay, so now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some slots in this before I add anything else to it. And I think I'm going to take my glass mat, put my glass mat to the side for a moment. Okay, where am I going to put my glass mat? I'm going to put my glass mat. I can't actually put it back where it belongs because I have to move too many things. I'm going to see if I can put it here and not have it break. Okay, so now I need my Fiskars cutting thing, and you can use a ruler, you can use a lot of different things for this. And I'm going to use my, not that, this. Okay, so on the back, I am going to, I need a ruler. I do need a ruler and a pencil. Oh no, my light just overheated. Ah, what do you see? Okay, you can still kind of see. All right, this has been happening, sorry, every once in a while. Sometimes it turns right back on. No, oh, there we go. That was weird. Okay, how about my second one? All right, totally weird. Okay, so I'm going to come in and about, let's see, 3/4 of an inch in, I'm going to draw a vertical line from this edge. And 3/4 of an inch in from the other side, I'm going to draw a vertical line from this edge. And then, so I don't need a ton of slots for this. I'm going to go 1 inch down from the top, another inch down from that one, another inch down from that one. Maybe I'll do 4. I don't need 4, but I think it will look awkward if I don't have 4. And 1 from there. Okay, so these are going to be my slots, and I'm going to put a hole at each of these intersections. So I'm just looking through that little hole to find the cross that I made, the little intersection, and I try and center it as best as I can. I'm using the wrong size. Oh, it's okay. Guess I'm using the small one. That's fine. I often use the big one, but the small one works. Okay. And now on this side, I'll do the same thing. Come on, you. I can't see if you stay there. Why is this not looking straight to me? That's all right. It's just for me. If it's a little wonky, it's a little wonky. All right. So now I use, and you can totally use a craft knife for this. I don't know, I just like using, oops, I need to go this way. Now I need to make my slots. And what I do is I line up these two circles are at either end of the slot, and I can line it right up along the trough here for the slidey knifey thing. And then I drop the slidey knifey thing into that hole, and you can kind of figure out where the hole is going to be because you have these two little points. Can you even see what I'm talking about? Yeah, two little points on either side, and you can line that up with your line of holes. And then I kind of wiggle it around so that I feel like the blade from this is at the top edge of the hole. And then I'm just going to move that slightly so that I now get the bottom edge of the hole. And I'm going to make another slot. And then, whoops, I went too far on that. Funny, I haven't had that problem in a long time. And you have a slot pocket. Okay, so then I'm going to drop it into that hole. And then if they're not exactly lined up, there's a little bit of wiggle room that you can have with these. Kind of a bodgy job. I usually do a much better job. Okay, here we go. There, felt that one. And back, that's how it usually goes. You can usually feel it, the knife, when it pops into the hole. Maybe these aren't really well aligned. Maybe that's the problem. There we go. And there we have 4 little slots. Okay, so that one, that's fine. Okay, so now how else do we want to embellish this? I feel like I need a label here. But I want kind of a largish label. So I think I'm actually going to grab my little box. I'm trying not to wiggle you, of stamped labels. I think I'm going to use this. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to use a scrap from this box here. Because I have, no, this is not a box. This is an envelope. I have those. I could add those. I have that. No, I don't think that's gonna work. That could work. Oh, you know what? That totally could work. All right, I'm not gonna use those stamps. Anyway, these are the stamps from Signet Stamps. These are wonderful stamps. I love using these. I even had him make one that has Oceanodroma on it. I'll play with them another time. Sorry. Okay, I just found that and that will work really well, but I want to put some green all around the edges. Let's use some forest moss to go around those edges. It's also torn. I'm going to tear it a little bit closer to the edge. Like that. And I'll edge this with forest moss. Maybe I'll edge the whole thing in forest moss too. Shall I do that? Yeah, I like that. Such a pretty color. The peeled paint, this was peeled paint. The peeled paint and the forest moss are just such nice greens. They're very natural feeling greens. I really enjoy them a lot. Okay, so then now maybe I will also glue this on as a tuck, because the prompt is something about tucked. So this will be like a little secret tuck. And no one will know about it. So shh. And I'm going to put that on right there. Excellent. I like this. Okay, let me bring my book in. I wanted to put this on here. Like that. And I'm not going to put this on as a tuck because I have the slot pockets and you really don't need any further tuck space when you glue these on. I know some people put them on as pockets, but I prefer to put them down. I also feel because they have the slots in them, the cut slots, that they need the security of having all of their edges glued down. Kind of a practical thing. Gonna put that down like that. Catch any glue that splooges out. This one, this side doesn't seem to want to stay. Okay. Okay, so while that dries for a second, let me just look at my prompts again. So I'm supposed to be doing gratitude, details, torn and tucked away. So, gratitude, details, torn and tucked away. So I feel like I have a lot of detail on this. And I'm going to use the torn strips to write my gratitude things on, and I'm going to tuck them in here, and they're going to be torn, and this is torn, so I feel like I'm hitting all of the prompts properly. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to get a pen. Is this the smaller one? No, that's the bigger one. I have a 04. Oh, I also have this. I have this. I'll use this. Okay, so I'm going to use these little strips. I'm going to tear them, and I'm going to write 1. And I'm going to write I am grateful for my family. That is my #1 gratitude, and that gets tucked away in here off the bat. Let's start from the top. So that is my #1 gratitude. I'm grateful for, I am grateful for Kenai, Sandy, those are my dogs, and I'm going to write Eagle, who is my favorite horse of the barn. And I also, so I'm just gonna keep adding. Oh, you know what this needs though? Is this needs like a gratitude stamp up there. Totally needs that. All right, so here I have a strip. This feels like cardstock. And I have my clicky stamps, and I'm going to spell out the word gratitude on this. G. Oh, where's R?
are a I'm not sure if I would have two T's. Any T's? Oh, there it is. Ah. Maybe I'll just write grateful. Great. Ooh, I'm peeling the rubber thing off. So these I just got off of Amazon. Oh, a very long time ago. And I have the capitals as well. Great. Of course. Oh, here. Grateful. F-U-L. Grateful. And I'm going to put that on this piece of paper. I'm going to kind of try and center it. What am I going to use? I want to use something bold. What do I have that would kind of go with this but stand out? I think maybe the orange. I have it's an archival one. I have spiced marmalade. I don't know if how dark that comes out though. Was that my other orange? I think that's my other orange. I have barn door, but barn door doesn't really work. All right, I'm gonna try spiced marmalade. I don't know about spiced marmalade. Excuse me. Yeah, that's very light. And then I can take one of these Denison labels. Do we think this will fit? No. Whoa. I'm going to try it. And I will try, whoops, barn door on this. Because Denison labels have to be red. They don't have to be. I just tend to make them because Denison labels were red, but you don't have to make them red. You do whatever color you want. Let's see if I can line this up. Ta-da! Okie dokie. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. So I'm going to fussy tear the Denison label. Like so. Kind of like this little bit of color on that little Italian paper is tying in. Kind of draws your eye, balances it out. Okay, grateful. Can go right there. Some art glitter glue. Okay, and what else do I want to write that I'm grateful for? Let's grab another piece of cut off strip. This is another good reason why you save your cut-offs, especially if it's like a really nice
kind of homemade paper that you've made. Okay, 3. I am definitely grateful for my home. For my friends, we're gonna have our friends over for a cookout on Monday night, and they are I have friends, and I have a core group of friends, and we call ourselves the tribe. These are the kinds of friends who, when you're in any kind of a pickle, you call them up and they are there for you. Probably one more. I want one more in that slot right there. And you know what else, guys? I'm going to write I'm going to write my crafting community. And there we go. Because this is definitely an enriching part of my life. So there we go. There is my combined catch-up of gratitude, details, torn and tucked. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for watching. If you could, click like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps support me in my attempt to grow my channel and my small creative business. And I really appreciate it. So thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.